Fellow Biafrans, ladies and gentlemen, I greet you wherever you are. Depends on your time zone. I greet you from here. Good afternoon, good evening, and good morning. Before I strategize, I want to thank all my returning viewers. I want to thank my subscribers. I did not underrate any of you, and I thank you as well, my subsequent viewers. And I want to greet Biafrans, great Biafrans. Biafrans are great people, and Biafra is a great nation. All right? So, this very moment, I want to say to every one of you, thank you. And don't give up, because ndị be anyị sị na ihe bere pịa ga-anọzi n'ime akpa. Don't allow the detractors to hold you down. In this, our discussion, this moment, I want you to contribute your own idea. Make use of your brain and be systematic. Be genuine in your speeches on the comment section. Tell us what you feel like, because your comment is very important to what we are doing. Your ideas, because all the Biafran people are brave people. All the Biafran soldiers are brave soldiers. All the Igbo people, dynamically, they have been wonderful from the cradle. So, what I'm saying now, we have to look into it objectively, so that it will not turn against us at the end of the day. I want to tell you that Nigerians, that is, comprises Hausas and Yorubas, says that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu will not be released, as Tinubu have decided to close the case against Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. So closing the case against Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is because Tinubu has foreseen that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is already a free man. By law, politically, as Buhari, the ex-president of Nigeria, the late former president of Nigeria, General Muhammadu Buhari, he said Mazen Nnamdi Kanu should face the rule of law. So whatever the law says is what he should take as his fate, believing in their conclusion that the law, both locally and internationally, will support the killing of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. For your information, Northern Coalition, made up of Hausas and Fulanis, have been threatening Tinubu to not release Mazen Nnamdi Kanu because Nigeria government have failed. They failed in politics, they failed the people of Nigeria, they failed in court between Biafrans and the Nigeria government. And for this reason, they are sounding the rope of war, because they are virtually demented. What I'm telling you now may not be taken seriously by you, Letters upon letters upon letters have been flying since the last court case, because that last court case, but not the least, is what have totally truncated Nigeria government and Nigeria politics. And that is where the foreign delegates finally discovered the deception of Nigeria government, Tinubu and Buhari from onset. And finally, Trump have spoken concerning the maltreatment and the genocide being committed by Tinubu administration and Buhari administration. The genocidal killings, the impunity killings, the ill maltreatment of Igbo race in Nigeria, which was totally condemned by international delegates, because there is no any substantial living proof by Nigeria government that their proscriptions over indigenous people of Biafrans, a nation like Biafra, controlling over 85 million population, you tagged them terrorists because they said they need their own separate nation, which self-determination and self-defense is an international constitution. Now, Trump have totally condemned the illegal rendition and detention of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu without any reason, that it is against international constitution, and vow not for it to continue, because it was one of the vows he made during his campaign election, that if he wins, his eyes will be focused on Africa, especially West Africa sub-region, where animosity and atrocity and wardom are being committed on daily basis, where the old cargoes and old criminals and terrorists have decided to build their uprisings, their upstairs, and their palace, and having a training ground well adjusted and prepared for all kinds of terrorists for training in order to jeopardize the global peace and justice. The headquarters of terrorists now in the world have been described to be Nigeria, in the northern region of Nigeria. That is where the headquarters of terrorists in the world today is being situated. And categorically, from the appealing of Northern coalition made up of Fulanis and Hausas today, have categorically and explicitly defined northern part of Nigeria to be terrorists. And the funders and the founders of terrorism in the world being orchestrated by ex-late General Muhammadu Buhari, today, who is nowhere to be found, and try to make it clear to you that Igbo people have suffered so much in Nigeria of genocidal killings, ill maltreatment, political marigenda, impunity killings, and many more dastard acts melted against them. And today, I set it aside to inform you that northern leaders and elders have concluded that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu must not be released after 18th July 2025 because it's going to jeopardize their criminal political system. And in their letter or their letters, they have warned Tinubu that if by any means, either by omission or commission, he decided to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that he should forget 2027 presidential election, that they will not allow him to be the president of Nigeria. My people, don't forget that we have Igbo Northerners. We have Igbo Arewas. We have Igbo Fulanis. We have Igbo Hausas. As you can see, with their full identity. You don't need to ask, why am I saying what I'm saying? There are many Igbos, directly and indirectly, that are one Nigerianist. And their one Nigerianism have caused a lot of casualties, a lot of damages and catastrophic experiences today in Igbo land. They have totally jeopardized the future of Igbos by being a gullible. They are suffering from hypocritical deficiency syndrome, and they decided to be a riffraff in the Nigeria political agenda, moving with hypocrisy and favoritism, in the sense that the side that it will favor them from the northern terrorist nation, they decided to belong to that side because they say that majority wins the vote. And I want to tell you today explicitly that majority in Nigeria are wrong. Put Hausas together with Yorubas, they are wrong in their thinking, in their opinion, in their journalism, in their politics, their movements and actions. They all have gone contrary against the international constitution. And for this reason, expect war and heavy bloodshed more than ever you have seen, if their opinion shall prevail to elongate the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu beyond 18 July 2025, because it has been mandated by United Nations law makers since 5 years ago that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu should be released unconditionally by Nigeria Janjaweed government. And they decided to pay deaf ear and turn blind eyes against the order of the world powers, which have mandatorily set Mazi Nnamdi Kanu free. Even the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom Court have given them order 5 years ago to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu unconditionally and compensate him adequately for tarnishing his image, which they remain adamant and nullify the order of the world power. And I want to say that the Igbos I have named for you, the Igbo elites, they are all Fulanis. Igbo elite, they are all Hausas. They are all Muslims. Go to Ebonyi State today, you will see many Igbos that are Muslims. Allah Akbar. But God forbid evil. Go to Imo State today, because of goat and cow intestines, many Igbos have succumbed to be Muslims today. Go to Enugu State. Peter Mba is confirmed to be Imam. Then go to Abia State today. Alex Oti is a Malam. Meanwhile, you know that the governor of Imo State is court administrator, the Sariki Fulani. Go to Anambra State. You will see that Charles Soludo is one of the Islamic clerics. And all the Igwes, the local chiefs and the monarchs, Okwadikes, in connection with all these failures, have concludedly bowed before the Sokoto Caliphate. All of them have joined the Sokoto Caliphate, Sultan of Sokoto, to fight and kill innocent Igbos in their own ancestral land, which is unacceptable anywhere in the world. They are using Fulani terrorists to frustrate and to jeopardize the peace of Southeast. Meanwhile, they put the allegation on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Simon Ekpa, which court have completely vindicated Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Prime Minister Simon Ekpa. My dear listener, I want you to stand up for your right. It now is time.